Hi, movie lovers. Omoni Oboli has dropped another banger. Like her movies is top notch. Okay, her movie titled Love at First Lie is what we'll be reviewing, and that movie is super interesting. Like, is top notch. I love her movies to the world. Okay, Amoni Oboli this time around came up with an interesting movie. When I say movie is interesting, it's super interesting. Like, you need to watch that movie. You need to feast your eyes with that movie, guys. Starring the movie is Dike and Omowunmi Dada. Dike played the role of Efe, while Omowunmi was Lara per se. Okay, and a host of other Nollywood actors. Okay, guys. Before we continue, welcome to a Beyond TV, and to my returning subscribers, I say a big welcome to you all. And please, guys, remember to hit the subscribe button, like, leave a comment, and share the video. And please turn on your post notification button to get notified whenever I drop a video. So, moving on in the movie, we had if he caught up with his girlfriend in a bar, like you can imagine this scene, his girlfriend didn't know he was around, he put a call across to her, can I come back to your place? And she was like, I'm not around. And lo and behold, he was like, is that not you in pink outfit? She turned around and was shocked to see her boyfriend. This was so disgusting. Like, there and then he left angrily, and he called it quits with her. But she didn't, she kept pressurizing, she kept begging, but he didn't give her a lesson. Then the next slide showed Lara. Lara was having difficulty paying her house rent. Like, she was feeding from hand to mouth. She was finding it very difficult to fend for herself, and amidst that, her father was sick in the hospital, was critically sick in the hospital, and she needed money for hospital bills, and the money wasn't coming. So she got a quick notice from her landlord, and she had to start sleeping in her shop. She was a seamstress. She had to start sleeping in her shop. So she was facing a lot of difficulties, and she wasn't meeting up with the hospital demands and all of that. So one day, while she was trekking down, she was deep in thought, and a car nearly, she ran into a car, and though it didn't hit her, but it nearly. And then this young man came down, this handsome looking young man came down in the person of Ife. And Ife offered her, he apologized, for wanting to hit her. And admits it was her fault for not looking well. But then Ife offered her a lift, and she refused it. She refused the lift. So one day, so it happened that her dad was a pensioner, and she went for his pension at his former office. Then when she got there, lo and behold, the CEO of the art tech construction company per se was Ife. So she got to meet that young man again. And so when they went to the office, they got talking. She was like, I came from my father's pension. And he asked her, who is your father? And she responded. I was like, your father? So he had the guts to come into this office to ask for a favor like that. That her dad was a thief. This rang bells in Lara's ears. She was like, what do you mean? Why would you call my dad a thief? My dad is no thief. Like, they were in an argument. They were in a heated argument over this, and while they were in the argument, if he received a visitor, and this visitor that came into his office was a man he has been wanting to sign a deal with in his company, a deal worth billions of naira in his company. And this man, he loves family, like family life. He loves it. He cherishes it so much. So when he asked Efe, is this your wife? Her. he had no option than to say yes. And Lara was stunned. She was like, she was mouth open in amazement. Like, that how could it be a few minutes ago we were arguing, and right now we are husband and wife. No, that kind of feeling. Though she played along at the moment. Okay, I forgot to tell you that if his mom, no, if a mom is that kind of desperate woman, she wasn't that caring mother, I would say. Because when if he broke up with his girl, amidst the fact she was cheating on him, and if he pointed out to her that he had caught her cheating on him twice, he had caught her red-handed, not hearsay. All Efe's mother was after was let him make up with his girl, not minding her son's feeling for whether he has, she wasn't that kind of a mother. Even per se, if he was even closer to their cook, you know if you see the way he rapport with her, the way he tells her things, that they had more of mother to child relationship than his biological mother. She was full of greed. Though the main reason she was after him hooking up with his girlfriend again was to gain that contract. This was a family business which if his father built, that is her husband has built in the past years before he was late. So she needed to get that contract from that man, and that was why she kept pressurizing her son to make up with that his girlfriend Patricia. Then, like I told you, the scene at the office when the man came into the office, when if he had to lie that Lara was his wife, I think that was the love at first lie. That was a love at first lie. Okay, guys, moving forward, if he begged Lara to keep playing along with him, keep playing the wife role along with him so that he can get the contract, and that will be paying her off with 10 million naira. And this is the money Lara needed so much. She rejected the offer. She rejected the offer. So after much persuasion from her friend, and she herself knew she needed that money to rescue her father's life at the hospital. So she took up the offer of 10 million naira, and he'll be paying her 5 million. Then after the contract, he will balance the remaining 5M. So that was it. So she decided to take up the role, the wife role. The thing is, she will be following him to meetings. Whenever if he had meeting with the chief, he will follow her. I will follow him there, and be playing the wife role thing. So this was how they were going about it. So this is how they were going about it. And who will resist such a good-looking man? So from there, wanting. To cut the long story short, after as they were doing the wife and husband role thing, they got to start liking each other. But before then, whenever she comes to the office for meetings and all that, if it was not right there in the office, she was trying to seek justice for her dad, because the thief thing he had been labeling her dad was that her dad, there was this money laundering in the office, and the money passed through her dad's account, and then how it moved from his account is what the poor man does not know. You get it? So this was the thing, and she needed proof. So each time she comes around and is not in the office, she'll go to where he kept documents, and will be in search of one or two. She'll try to lay her hands on something. She was trying to prove her, and she said that was the major reason she took up that offer. That she wants to get to the root of the matter and seek justice for her dad, and which she finally did. And Efe too, being a sharp guy, Efe, became suspicious of his mom and his uncle. There was his uncle that ran the company. So he went to put a recorder in his mom's office. I told you, it's a family business. So he put the recorder, and then he heard the whole conversations going on between his mom and his uncle. Then he found out that it was his mom and his uncle that were the culprits, and they have been accusing Lara's dad. Hey, when he told it to their face, they felt ashamed. Like his mom tried apologizing and was like, "Mom, you," and not just that, she had her own company, you know, so she will withdraw money, she will launder money from that ad company to hers to establish her own, and her own was booming. And you can just imagine the height of greed. Like, I don't understand such a mom. So that is it though. That was how it went. And then if he tried to make it up to Lara and her dad, and he compensated the poor man with a huge amount of money. And not just the money, the man was so happy. He was jumping, he was leaping for joy, because this is something that was what was making him even sick, because you can imagine the accusation, how he dragged him to the mud and all of that. So he was so happy that justice prevailed at last, and that was objectives was achieved by Lara. Her objectives was primarily achieved. So guys, one thing led to the other, and Efe Efe professed his love to Lara. I was like, I love you. And Lara too was, she they were lovebirds. They were madly in love with each other. Okay, that was it though. That was how the film, the movie Love at First Light is, if you're falling in love with Lara at at first. I missed like I don't get it twisted. So guys, I need you to watch this movie. I need you to watch it up, watch it up, watch it up. It's everywhere on YouTube, it's everywhere. You can get it everywhere on YouTube. Just go to Omowunmi TV, watch the full movie yourself, okay guys? So I would be drawing the curtain here for today. Please remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video, please guys. Subscribe. I need you to subscribe, please. Subscribe to this channel, the Young TV. So please stay updated for more movie reviews on this channel. Take care. Bye.